Hi everyone, it's Rick St. Dennis. I promised you a couple of things for this week, and unfortunately, I was sick. So I apologize that this tutorial is late, but I think that you're going to think it's worth it. So we'll see at the end. And today I'm using my Prismacolor, but I'm not using the full set. This is the anniversary set that was a special set that came out I think about a year ago, and it's a limited number of pencils, but I'm going to just do a quick demonstration today, so I think that you'll enjoy what I'm going to show you. Now, I want you to keep in mind that there's going to be a gift with purchase involved with this particular video. And I hope that you'll think that this is wonderful. I think it's wonderful. I worked a long time on it. And this is a new practice sheet that I did for you so that you have a large image. You know, sometimes it's easier to learn techniques when you're working larger. And when I see a student is having problems, I either tell them, try that again, but try it larger, or try that again and try it smaller. Some people work better just depending on which. So this is printed on the same Neenah Bristol that I always use, inexpensive. And again, I'm using Prismacolor today. And I just love the way the Prismacolors go down. They feel silky, and it's the pencils that I'm used to. I've been using these pencils for many, many, many years. Back to the days when I sold my art on the streets. So I really love it. And this is, I don't think that any of these they call flesh anymore because it's politically incorrect. So this is labeled light peach. But this is kind of a medium-y flesh tone. So anyway, I'm not going to color this whole thing. You've seen me color one of these faces before, you know, with a hat or something. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about how I designed this and why I designed it the way I did and how you can get yourself one. Okay? And this is the large practice sheet. Okay? Remember that. This one is the large practice sheet. Okay? I put these bullets down the sides and across the bottom so that when you're coloring, you can fill in part. So this would be the base coat on your flesh. And then you would want to take a pen or a pencil, and out here you would want to make yourself a note. So your first color down would be Prisma Light Peach. Okay, and then you can do that for the skin, for the eyes, for the lips, for the hair, for the blush. Everything that you do can be noted. You file these away and keep track of your favorite combinations. Now, she's got smooth hair, she's got curly hair, she's got long runs of hair, and they all curl in various directions. So you can practice whatever you'd like to as far as different hair colors. You can practice different techniques. You can play with this because you've got plenty of room. And remember to always make your notes of what you're doing over in these little dots, okay? And you can do this over and over and over again. You don't have to do it on Neenah Bristol. You can do it just on plain old copy paper, but you have plenty of room. You can follow along with my tutorials from YouTube or anyone else's, and you have a face for my particular style that you can follow along with, and the kind of curls that you can follow along with that you can find in most of my things. Down here you can practice fabric folds, and here's a fabric drape. So not only can you practice your colors and your coloring, but you can practice your light source. Okay, so you know that where the light is coming from and what's going to be lighter and what's going to be darker. So this is the large practice sheet. And this is going to be a gift with purchase And I'll tell you at the end of the video how you're going to get this. Now, you're not only going to get the large practice sheet, you're going to get another gift as well. I did this one up so that it already has smaller faces printed out. Now, what you could do is you could composite these. You could make one large and one of these small, divide this in half, print this large, and then print a small one, and you'd have plenty of different places to do your practicing. So this is what we are calling the small practice sheet. So you're going to get the large practice sheet and the small practice sheet, but it's like Ginsu knives. Wait, there's more. I also thought it would be fun, especially for those of you who don't normally buy digis, to have a practice sheet that actually has working digital images on it. And these are really a gift. This is a real gift practice sheet because these are 300 DPI, high resolution, so you can use them in your projects. This Apple one is very popular. I brought this out of retirement because a lady begged me for it. Somebody had used it in the card and she saw it and she wanted a copy of this bucket of apples, and I said, hey, sure, no problem. And I love to paint these with, or draw these, color these with nice shiny red apples, and then do one of them, one of the apples kind of a off color. So you might want to do it maybe a yellow green, like a green, green apple. And then you do some kind of a caption like there's always one in every bucket, or something like that. That's kind of cute. It makes a nice thing. But here's your chance to do apples, cats, snowmen, dolls, a little angel face, and a hat lady. This was my very, very first hat lady that I drew. Not in my life, but when I started doing digis. So she has been very popular. But there's all sorts of textures, different colors, things that you can play with, and you can use these. These are just going to be your gift to use, but you can also practice, and that's the important thing. You can try different color combinations and use them in your projects. So, also down here, I hope you can't read it, on the corner of this, there's going to be a discount code, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So you're going to get the large practice sheet, the small practice sheet, and the medium practice sheet. You're getting all three of these, at least a $30 value. Now, how are you going to get it? All you have to do is, starting today, and I don't even remember what the date is, but let's say it's it was the 15th last Wednesday, so let's say it's around the 20th. So from now until the 1st of May, all you have to do is make a digi order, excuse me, from either my Zibbet shop or my Etsy shop, either one. So you're going to make a digi order before May 1st. And I'm sorry, it needs to be $10 or more before any discounts. Okay, $10. With that $10 order, you will automatically get a gift with purchase of the 3 sheets. $30 or more value. Okay, so gift with purchase, digi order before May 1st, 2015 from either Etsy or Zibbet, either one, of $10 or more before any discounts. I know some of you still have discount codes, so it has to be a $10 order, and you will get the gift with purchase of the 3 sheets. Now you remember that I told you that one of them has a code in the down in the corner. And what that corner is, you will get these sheets. Of course, you don't have to wait for them until May 1st. As soon as you make an order of $10 or more, you're going to get all 3 of these sheets with that order. Okay, I hope you understand that. These are gift with purchase, so they're going to come with your next purchase of $10 or more. And the bottom of the digi sheet, this one, the one that has all the different digis on it, there's a code. You can send me that code to my normal email address, rickstdennis@yahoo.com, and that's anytime after May 1st, and you'll get another sheet. You're going to get the summer digi sheet, the thank you sheet, okay? So you're actually getting 4 sheets, okay? $40 worth of digis, and all you have to do is order $10 or more total before any discounts to get those. Snowmen, turquoise on the side. This is one of those ones that you really can use that cool reflection. And remember to always do your little circles. You know how I color. But this gives you that cool, frosty color like ice, the reflection on ice. And then you can do the rest of your piece in various blues and grays, doesn't matter. But I love snowmen, and I love them to have bright orange carrots for their noses. It's so fun to do. You can do this hat in every color in the world, and you know, this is my favorite feather. You color the whole feather first with the nice yellow color and kind of fade that, leave the bottom white. And then it's good old Mr. Turquoise. I love that turquoise pencil. Come in here, do it very turquoise, and then softly blend it in the center. And you get those beautiful lombra, that means shadow. So you get the beautiful shadowy feathers. If you want them to be more intense, then just go over the top with a little more of this, and you'll get that definite blue, green, yellow effect. Now, somebody showed me that you can also do this. This is kind of fun. You can do it with the same idea, yellow down at the end. This is why I said to you in one of the Digis coloring tutorials that you really don't need 150 pencils, seriously. You use the same colors over and over. It's how you blend them that makes a difference. And then you go over the top of this, and then you get your lombra feather, except it's red, orange, yellow, so it's hotter. And you can do this with any combination of colors. You can certainly do lavender and blue, or pink and something, pink and darker pinks. This, I don't know if I've ever actually showed this to you. This is the blender pencil that comes with, you can buy it from Prismacolor. They have a blender and a burnisher. I don't like the burnisher very much, but the blender's good. And this is fairly colorless. They say it's colorless, but it's not. And what it's doing is it's going to move. See how that blends that up? Now remember, I always tell you, Monique uses mineral spirits, and I have them. I just don't use them. But see, that really does do a pretty good job blending it. I think what it does is it melts the wax. You know, these pencils are very waxy, so I think it just melts the wax. But looky, looky, looky. They brought out a Prismacolor Premier blender, and this is clear, and it's got 2 points, just like any of our, and this goes right over the top, and of course it wants to bleed. But this really, you have to remember to clean these too, because they will pick the color up. This is the fine tip. It's a really nice tip. Can you see that? It's a nice tip. And it really gets in those tight areas. And look how that intensifies that color. It's really nice. Has a bit of a smell if you're sensitive to odors. It has a bit of a kind of alcohol-y. It's not, let's try it on just a color here on this red. Remember this red? Kind of a pinky red color that I used. Yes, it really works. It's nice. So you really get a good, and you don't have to fiddle with the bottle of the, this end is almost like a brush, by the way. It's very soft, flexible. So you don't have to have the mineral spirits and the stomp and the thing. I doubt that this is refillable, frankly. You really have to buy another one, but how much are you going to actually use it? I'm going to try it on the green. I like it. I hope it's showing up at home. It really intensifies the colors. I don't think I'd use it a lot. I kind of find it gimmicky, but it's fun nonetheless. And that's Prismacolor's clear odorless blender. So a fun thing to use. You know what I really want to try? Blush. Let's see how it works with blush. See, that's why these kinds of things are good. You don't have to finish them. You just have to use them. Make yourself a file folder and put these on the side of your table. Okay, now this is what I think how I would do it. I'm going to put some blush down. Then I'm going to go for the blender pencil. And I'm going to soften it because we don't want her to have dots on her cheeks. Remember this, I only used one color. I just used that one flesh color. And then I'm going to take Mr. Giant end on the old blender here. And I think like any alcohol marker, this is going to darken the paper for a while. So it's going to have to be dry to really know how it is at the end. But it kind of works. I kind of like it. Sometimes these kinds of things, blenders and gimmicky pencils, can really be a big help if you're in a hurry or if you're if you're not real confident. That was the blender pencil I just used. I'm going to put a little darker in here. I noticed some of you have started doing this, leaving that highlight in the lip. Really makes a difference. It gives it some depth. And now, Mr. Blender. Yeah, I'm liking that. I like the way that looks. And one last thing. I'm do some quick. This is a kind of an icy blue. Remember, folks, to not just stop here. You've got to carry this up just lightly. I know you don't want them to look tardy. I understand. I get it. But I'm telling you, they don't look right if they don't have enough. And you don't have to do blue. I mean, you can do whatever you want. The other day, one of my new people did. That's why people don't like Prismacolors; they break. She did copper, kind of a coppery eyeshadow, and it looks so good. Really liked it. It's not that I've never done copper. She just kind of reminded me that it doesn't always have to be blue or green or purple or, of course, that I like the pink and blue combo. Put just a little bit of green in here. I want to see what happens when this blends. I'm going to throw a little bit of the pink like I normally do, outside edge. Okay, I'm not doing the real dark in the crease this time. I'm just doing the, remember to clean that tip off. I'm telling you, it carries color. Can you see it? Can you see the red? It carries that red, or any color probably, but remember to clean it so you don't transfer the color where you don't want it. Okay, and this is dry now down here. So is this. You know, it's alcohol, dries fast. So, yep, good tool. Good tool. I like this. Prismacolor. Clear blender. Prismacolor Premier. Good thing. This is a good thing. Colorless blender, and that's all it says. That's what it's called. Came with the set. I don't know how much they cost, but it's useful. All right, so once again to recap. Large practice sheet, and I can see how this is going to be a very useful for me tool. The medium practice sheet, that's the one that has all the different digis on it that you can use. And last but not least, small practice sheet, the one that has the multiple faces so that you can practice over and over and try different things and keep track of your color combinations. Those are all going to be coming to you, gift with purchase, $10 or more before discounts, Etsy or Zibbit, now through May 1st, 2015. All right, hope you had fun. That was a quick one, and I know it was like a Ginsu knife commercial, but you get the idea, and we did find out about that Prismacolor blender. And I like working with the two together, by the way, the pencil and the blender pen. They really do seem to complement each other, so you might want to think about that. The blender pencils come in a set from Jerry's Artorama. I don't know how many of you use Jerry's Artorama, but good company. They have a lot of great sales. If you kind of get on their mailing list and watch for the sales, you can get free shipping, and you can get lots of things, and they're very gift oriented. They have lots of buy one get ones, and you know, it's a good company. They sell them, I think it's 2 burnishers and 2 blenders, and I know it's less than $5. It might be $3, something like that. So inexpensive. Questions, please, 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 please. Rick St. Dennis at yahoo.com. Please respond to this email address. I have 2. I have this one, and if you've ordered digis from me, chances are you got your digis from a different email address that was Gmail. Ring a bell? Don't email me there. I really use that only to ship your digi stamps to you because it's a little more dependable than Yahoo. Sorry, Yahoo, you're just not good about getting things through sometimes. So I use Gmail, but I don't check it often enough for messages. So sometimes messages sit there for a couple of days, and that makes me feel bad. So if you want me, if you need to talk to me, if you have a question, you can just do it here. Okay? Rick St. Dennis at yahoo.com. Please subscribe down below there. And it wouldn't hurt to have a thumbs up, too, you know. YouTube is getting more and more particular about who does what on YouTube, and if you use YouTube, they really want to make sure that you have an audience and you're doing good things, and you know you're not overthrowing the country. So subscribe, thumbs up, rickcdennis@yahoo.com. Remember about the gift with purchase. And as always, see ya.